Okay, what you want to do is open up a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is this whole document. Does everyone able to get a spreadsheet open on their screen at this time? It should look like this, and I'm really going to need you to be letting me know. Okay, so the spreadsheet is the name of this entire, you can think of it like a binder full of worksheets, okay? If you've worked with this before, just bear with and you'll know it. It'll be great and easy. So each worksheet has a tab on it, just like a notebook with a tab. I want you to double click on the tab that says Sheet 1. It's at the bottom of your screen, and just change it so that it says Problem 1 or PR1. I usually use shorter terms so that I can see my tabs better. And then hit Enter. And then click on the little plus sign and make 3 more sheets and name them PR2, PR3, PR4 by double clicking. After you've finished, go back to PR1. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to first just talk about basic data entry, and I'm going to show you some tricks that will speed your work along. Okay. So let's imagine that we've gotten data. You're going to be asked to get data from 8 people. And I'm going to ask you to give each of these people a name. And it's a little tedious to write all names, so let me show you a couple of tricks. In cell A2, by the way, in the worksheet, as you know, you have rows that have alphabet letters. You have rows that have numbers, and you have columns that have alphabet letters. So go to cell A2 and type in person 1. Just below it, type in person 2. Don't do anything more. Now go ahead and highlight these cells, and you'll see a little square box at the bottom right corner. Move your cursor till it's hovering over that box and this cross appears. So let me do it again. You can see this little box in that lower corner. Wait till you see that solid cross. And when you see it, press down, left click and hold, and drag down. And you should see this happen for you. Do you see how it completed the pattern? Okay, let's observe what other patterns can be repeated. In column B, write Monday. In column C, write Tuesday. And let's see if it's going to be able to copy out the days of the week for us. Let's just see what it does. So now I'm going to highlight Monday, Tuesday. I'm going to hover till I get that solid X, and I'm going to drag down and see what happens. Did everyone get the days of the week? Okay. Let's try months. January, February. Like 2 of them. Let's see if Excel can recognize the pattern. And let's just drag kind of far down this time. Just keep going a little bit. Okay. So now we see a nice function that Excel offers us that can save you time. All right. Now let's imagine that you wrote these out in the column, but you wish you had put them into a row. You want them to go across the screen, not down the screen. So let's go ahead and select maybe, follow this instruction carefully. We're going to select these dates, these months, and make them go across instead of down. Follow this instruction, and then I'm going to ask someone to say what happened when you did this. Click in January. Press Control-Alt and your down arrow at the same time. Well, that didn't work. Let me see here. I'm doing this with my hands. Let me just see which one. Okay, just a second. There's a trick, but my fingers do it without thinking. Okay, let's try it out. Let's learn it together. Hold your shift key down. Click in the January cell. Hold your shift key down and click your down arrow. I guess it goes to the next one. Hold your control key down and click your down arrow. It goes to the end. Let's try control shift together and hit your down arrow. Ah, look what happened. Okay, so it's control shift, not control alt, as I said. So now that these are all highlighted, click copy. You can copy by going to your little paintbrush, no, not your paintbrush, your little, this icon with the 2 pieces of paper stacked, and you can copy. Or you can copy, as I usually do, by using Control C, or you can right click and select copy. Any of those ways work. And now when you've copied something, you'll see this vibrating line around it. Now you know it's copied. It's waiting for you to do something with it. Click in cell, let's click in cell D1 and right click. Now, up on the top here, you see these little icons. I want you to go to the one that has this little blue arrow. If you hover on it, it says transpose. Transpose, click it. What happened?
It highlighted the months for you in each cell horizontally.
Yeah, it copied all of those, but in the opposite direction. This is another helpful trick for you, okay? Let me see if there's anything else here. Okay, let's do another thing here. Let's type in this number. 112322. Anyone, let's pause here first and ask who is having trouble with this. Is anyone having any trouble with this?
I am. I got as far as like the C column, but my keyboard's a little bit different because I have a Mac.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
a little bit
the functions that I'm showing you, I worked with Mac for a short time and I did find it to be different, and I might be a little less helpful for you in Mac. You may have to explore this on your own, Shannon, and I apologize for that. It's just, it's not. Yes, I went back to my PC because I was more comfortable with it. So this isn't critical, this is just helpful. I think it'll do the things that we need to do. Let's just look at 1 or 2 more things here, okay? Type in the number 112322. Type that number in. Let's just see what happens. Hit enter. Okay, it kept the number. Let's go back to that cell, click on it, and right click. And go all the way down to format cells. Okay, click on that. We should have a menu pop up here. Uh-oh, my Excel's getting bulky. You should have a menu pop up there. And when you do, there should be a tab on the top. This is going to come back in a minute. And click on, it says number, format number, I think. Do you see one like that? Okay, and go ahead and see if you can click date. And then it'll ask you what format you want for your date. Let's just see what happens. This will be back. This takes about 1 minute and then it comes back. Did anything happen when you changed it to a date? Oh, okay. Let's go down to number. Here it is. And let's change it to date. And let's pick out one. Let's pick out this format and just see if it can do it. Ah, It changed it to a date. I wanted to show you this because sometimes when you're typing, it'll automatically change your numbers to a date, and that's really inconvenient and awkward. And so this is how you fix that. You have to go back. You right-click on the cell that it's turned into a date. You scroll down to Format Cells, and then you click back on Number.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
Or else you can click on Text, something like that. So it depends on what you want it to be. But just so you know where that function is, if that ever happens. All right, questions now. Besides Mac questions that I can't answer very well. Let me see how this part went for you, because we're going to move on to the next problem. Anyone? Can I see some thumbs or response from the people online? Thanks, Shannon. Tiana? Safra? Stefan? Okay, good.
Okay.
Rufina, how are you doing? Everyone has different levels of tech familiarity, so.
I'm still trying to figure it out, fiddle around with it, so I'll get it. Yeah,
I'm recording all this with care, so you'll be able to watch this later. We're going to move
Okay.
on to PR2, and Rufina, I'd say just move along with us. And I'm going to stop that recording and start a new recording and then link it